And now to the latest on the response to Eric and Lyle Menendez being denied parole.
The two have been serving life sentences for the 1989 murder of their parents in Beverly Hills. Tonight, NBC4's Macy Jenkins has reaction and where they go from here.
Kathy and Jonathan, after the 10-hour hearing for Eric and a nearly 12-hour hearing for Lyle, the end result was the same for both. The Menendez brothers will remain behind bars in a San Diego County prison for now. The timing uncanny, as Wednesday marked exactly 36 years since the night of those infamous shotgun murders in a Beverly Hills mansion that have captivated the nation.
This much-anticipated chapter of the high-profile Menendez brothers case is over. Both Lyle and Eric independently denied parole this week after serving more than 35 years in prison for the 1989 murders of their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez. A victory for justice in the eyes of L.A. District Attorney Nathan Hochman.
So my thoughts were that the parole board got it right. This is a position which is denying the parole at this time that we've been advocating all along.
But a disheartening blow for the brothers and their defense attorney, Mark Garagos.
How are Eric and Lyle doing right now?
I think they're mostly, they're obviously, anybody would be disappointed. They didn't get a fair shake.
On Thursday, the parole board concluded that Eric had not been a model prisoner, citing a 1997 prison fight, heroin use, possession of an illegal cell phone, physical contact with his wife in the prison chapel, and a tax fraud scheme with a prison gang.
And the commissioner completely ignored everything he's done for the last 12 years when he had no hope whatsoever.
24 hours later, the board called Lyle a model inmate showing genuine remorse, but said, quote, despite all those outward positives we see, you still struggle with antisocial personality traits like deception, minimization, and rule breaking that lie beneath that positive surface.
Everybody's got personality traits, and not all of them are exemplary. Mother Teresa isn't around anymore.
Cousin Anna Marie Baralt posting her reaction to Instagram on Friday.
It was really actually kind of fascinating to see how different the 2 days were. Eric one day and Lyle the next day. And he did great. He was a trooper. It was a really hard emotional day.
Lyle saying Friday, despite all of this, they are still here, showing up for me, disrupting their lives, dealing with public scrutiny, and I will never deserve it. The board denied the brothers parole for 3 years, but Garagos says they can petition to be heard again in just 1 year.
This is not a long time. They are going to get out. I do want to always remind people that a couple of years ago, this was not even a possibility.
Hochman pondering what the future could hold.
So if and when they finally come clean with their criminal actions and their lies, and they abide by the prison rules, then they'll be in a position to be trusted outside the prison walls. We're not there yet.
And Garagos with a harsh retort.
This is all political. He doesn't give a hoot. He knows better than this, and he's too smart for this, and he's really just playing people as fools.
He's focused now on petitioning the governor to overrule the board's denial and grant clemency.
I believe that if there's any justice in the world, somebody is going to say enough is enough and put an end to this.
What do the brothers need to do now in the next 3 years, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? What do they need to do?
Be patient, because we're going to get them out.
Macy Jenkins, NBC4 News.
Meanwhile, the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation told members of the media, including NBC4, that we would not have access to any video or audio of the brothers' testimony on Thursday or Friday.
But then yesterday, audio of Eric's testimony was broadcast by an L.A. news station, and that had a ripple effect more than 100 miles away, nearly derailing Lyle's hearing. It brought proceedings, which had already lasted 9 hours at that point, to a temporary stop, and Lyle's parole attorney requested the hearing be adjourned completely.
Now, late last night, the CDCR admitted it released the audio, quote, erroneously in response to a records request from that news station. We asked the attorney for the Menendez brothers, Mark Garagos, who you just heard from, about the impact.
You've got people, the commissioner, who's cross-examining Lyle on cell phone use, trying to say, even though you're a model inmate, her words, not mine, you're a model inmate, you violated the rules with cell phones, but by the way, don't look over here, the CDC, the California Department of Corrections, is violating the rules left, right, and sideways while you're doing your hearing. So I think when the governor gets wind of this, or we put it in front of a Superior Court judge, somebody's just going to say, what kind of a blank show is this?
Now, NBC News has submitted its own records request for that audio, but has not received a response from the CDCR. The CDCR did not elaborate on why or how that audio was released.